There's a revolution happening because of AI. It's not hype, it's real, and it can impact every single person's job, and it can have a positive as well as a negative impact on any business. From speaking to companies from FTSE 100 to small to medium-sized enterprise to the work we're doing with the British Chamber of Commerce, what's come across as loud and clear is that people are worried and unsure of how to implement AI within their business. Genuinely, I believe this is going to have a revolutionary effect. We're going to have small startup businesses taking on the biggest corporations in the world and beating them at their own game, because what they'll do is they'll embed AI into their DNA. And one of the things that I'm working on at the moment it's called the AI Halo. It's a framework to upskill senior executives at businesses about the art of what is possible with AI. It's then about working with them to audit, figure out what it is they need within their business, and then ultimately train up and integrate AI into the business practices that they have across all areas of business, from communications to operations to HR and so forth. And for me, I think this is what's happening, is there's a revolution happening because of AI. It's not hype, it's real, and it can impact every single person's job, and it can have a positive as well as a negative impact on any business. So my belief is those that succeed are those that will embrace AI and build that into their business. I think because of the mass adoption of AI, I think in the communication space, we're going to see a movement back towards in real life connections and in-person communications. And the reason I believe that will happen is that a lot of the work that we do as communicators within organizations will be done by AI technologies. So it will help us write our press releases, our briefing notes, our speeches, all these kind of things, which means that hopefully it frees up teams to spend more time together, nurturing stakeholder relationships or media relations and so on and so forth. So I think that that's going to be a really big example of a trend. I think a second trend that's also happening is we're all going to have to become much more multidisciplinary in the work that we're doing, because if you're a great script writer and AI can do much of your work, then what you need to do is diversify the skill sets that you have. And you've got to remember, you're going to have really powerful AI tools that will help you become brilliant at lots and lots of stuff, because you can ask it and prompt it and so forth. So I think the workforce of the future is going to be much more multidisciplinarian. And I think the final area, particularly around communications, is that in a world where there's just going to be an explosion of mis and disinformation, because you can create content with a few prompts and it can look hyper realistic, I think there's going to be a movement towards trusted news sources, because when you can't trust anything, you return to trusted news sources. So I think they're the three trends that I think are going to emerge over the next year or so, particularly in the news space, because we're going into 2024 is a year of the UK, US, European, and I think the Indian general elections. So I think this idea that there'll be a movement back towards mainstream media as a trusted source is going to be quite a big one.